Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Friday, June 25th, 6:30 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. All right, check it out. Crypto bubbles this morning, mostly red. SHIB is doing well, and so is Doge. So kind of a red bubble market day. All right, looking at Coin 360, once again we do see SHIB is in the green, Doge is in the green, but overall a kind of a red day in the market. Bitcoin down 3% last 24 hours. The Crow token CRO doing well again. It was yesterday also. People must be using that crypto.com debit card. All right, spot volume across all cryptos on Binance down 5% again last 24 hours. So do note we really need to see here we go, the trading volume kind of pump a bit to really see Bitcoin break above, let's say, 42,000 or so, to really get out of the range that it's been in and start to truly move up. We need some volume. So yesterday I was excited to see Bitcoin move up, but we just didn't have volume to support it. And as we will see, well, at least so far this morning, that pump was, well, nice, but slightly short-lived. There wasn't volume to keep it going. All right, so like I say, down 5%, spot trading on Binance last 24 hours. Explicitly, Bitcoin trading volume across the big exchanges, 5.7 billion last 24 hours, 3.3 billion of that on Binance. Nobody else showed up for $1 billion. That is just not much volume. I really think we need a couple days of 10 to 15 billion from my experience looking back at when Bitcoin's looking at its price actions in relationship to volume. So really, until we start seeing some, well, definitely you want to see the spot volume here on Binance, be at least in the green, 5-10% or more gains in a day as far as volume, or at least keep finding higher highs basically, or at least go sideways in the green slightly. And this trading volume, 5.7 billion, it's not that bad, but it's not much. Like I say, need about 10 to 15 billion, I think, for a couple days. And we would see Bitcoin definitely in a bit of a Lambo mode. Got to have volume to move it. I was kind of questioning when I didn't see the volume spike yesterday, really, why was Bitcoin, moving up at all? Probably some whales playing some games. Anyway, 32,649 to 35,486 is the range that we've been in the last 24 hours. That range is up from yesterday. How many gold coins will a Bitcoin buy right now? 18.4. All right, gold this morning, nice green candle. Silver, nice green candle. Nice thing these should cover after they mega dumped. All right, S&P 500, indecisive red candle today, but it's been moving up last couple days. Russell 2000, moving up last couple days. An indecisive green candle, but it's looking pretty strong. I like seeing that. The Dow, anyway, recent dump, as we all know. Now it's kind of sideways with an indecisive green doji this morning. All right, looking at the DXY, dollar strength index, it is above the 200 moving average. Looks like it's struggling to find support above it. Right now, a red candle so far today. The TNX, basically the 10-year Treasury notes, last couple days, good number of days, if not weeks, downwards trend this morning, a completely indecisive doji, but at least it's above the 200 moving average. All right, looking at Bitcoin, here's a big one. I think this is very informative. I think so. Check this out. This is what we've been seeing. So you have this beautiful little kind of line this up here. Well, it doesn't quite line up. Anyway, I won't bother trying to get this scale perfect. But basically, if we look here, you've got this nice upwards price action here that we had, moving towards the 200 moving average here, the white moving average. So got above the 21 EMA, we're moving up, we're looking good, and then what happens? Boom, shorts come rocketing in. That's how the whales are keeping this range enforced. So there wasn't much volume, and then as Bitcoin was moving up, what happens? Shorts come in, boom, kill it. But also note, something I have not seen before, so did longs. Interesting. That is a change in reality. So take note. Do note this. Here we go. This is the Bitcoin price action on the 1-hour chart. Okay, and what I've noticed, of course, is when the shorts are, which is the white represented by the white line here, when the shorts are above Bitcoin's price action, that's downwards pressure. When it's below Bitcoin's price action, that's upwards pressure. Well, what happened here? We had this beautiful little uptrend was rocking along. Everybody's getting really, really excited. What happened? Shorts, boom. There you go. Killed it. Whales enforce the range that Bitcoin has been in. So there wasn't much volume, and all it took was some shorts, and bam, Bitcoin stays in the range that the whales have decided it will be in. We are still above. This is nice to see. The 314 moving average. We'll probably test that again today. We're still trying to find support above that .5 moving average, which is right there at 34,272. We're below the 21 EMA on the daily, and also below the 200 moving average. So in general, we're kind of weak. But do note this: Bitcoin did try to challenge the daily MACD. I think it even crossed positive yesterday for a bit, but now, boom, we're moving away. The histogram's going in the wrong way once again. So really, everybody, until you get a positive MACD cross, and until we see some consistent spot volume on Binance, and until we see some consistent just explicitly trading volume, where'd my thing go here? There's that, and then this. Yes. So until we see, an increase, some green days, especially like 10-20% gains in spot volume on Binance, and then also until you see, I'm thinking at least 10 to 15 billion in a day. It'd be good if it kind of maintained that. I just don't think you're going to see price action, even if it gets a little bit exciting, that is anything other than whales just playing some games with us. Because really, as soon as we start challenging this range that we've been in for 37 days now and 45 minutes, where the ranges, the whales have been keeping it for accumulation, and they are accumulating it big time, between like 30 and 40,000. They're keeping it right here. It's where they like it. And if you ask me, where are they buying? They're buying right here. That's where they're buying. So, some of them are buying all the time, no matter what, but definitely, and some, I can't guarantee, this is entertainment purposes only, but I'm telling you, most likely there's some conference calls going on right here, boom, and they're working that deal big time. So just be careful when you see Bitcoin make a positive price action and you want to get excited. Definitely get excited. Excited is fun, but realize if there's no volume to support it, and right now the whales can smack it right back down in that range with some shorts. Boom, there you go. The only thing that's different this time, we got some longs pumping too. Quite interesting. As you can see, Bitcoin is pumping. The enforcers came in and said, no, you'll stay in that range. And it did. Of course, I'm bullish ultimately for Bitcoin. Even short term, I think we will break out of this range. It's happened before. We've had ranges like this. It's something that Biffy found in the Bitcoin Trading View Telegram channel. He noted it, and I think it's very powerful that we have had sideways action like this before. It's not new. We have done this before, oftentimes between, it looks like 30 and 60 days. So right now, well, we're past 30. Maybe this will last, if it kind of follows historic trends, up to 60 days. So don't get too excited until we break above about 42,000 and we get out of that range, meaning that the whales have let Bitcoin go. And when they do, get ready for 10K, 20K gains days for Bitcoin. Just have a plan, be ready, have a plan for it going sideways, have a plan for it dumping, have a plan for it pumping. Have a plan, be ready. This is going to move when it moves, and it's going to move like a rocket ship to Pluto. If the whales let it go. Also, if the whales decide that it's going to start ranging between, let's say, rather than 30 and 40K, if they decide, nah, we've decided it's going to range between, how about here? If I can get this to work here. Sorry to hold you guys up. I always try to move expediently, and everyone's time is important. But basically, like, look at that. The whales could very easily decide we're going to range between like 30 and 25K. We're going to range here. That could happen too. Like I say, right now, like it or not, Bitcoin might be the peaceful revolution, and it certainly is. But for this moment in history, the whales have control of it. They might decide to let it go, and it goes to rocket ship to Pluto. I think eventually they are planning on doing that. Historically, probably not. This won't go longer than about 60 days if it follows historical trends. So we're past 30 now, so maybe it will go as far as 60. We shall see. When they let it go, like I say, have a plan. But also have a plan for sideways, and also have a plan for what if they decide that we're not shaking out enough liquidity, so we're going to dump it down here and start ranging, or we're going to get more people to sell, and we're going to create liquidity. Trust me, this kind of sideways price action, which is somewhat morbid and depressing, as the retail. Here's the thing: when it gets let go, I do believe, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. I'm not a prophet. Maybe I'm a prophet, but not officially from the church. Basically, here's the thing. There'll be a liquidity crisis, and that's part of what's going to pump that price. So right now, while it's sideways, institutions are buying. If you're hedged out, wise enough, but just be ready. Have a threshold that when it crosses it, when it starts moving, you're back in if that's how you choose to play it. Right now, it's important to have a plan. Mine is, while it's sideways, I'm already hedged out. I hedged out while I was in profit. I don't really care that it's sideways right now. I'd rather it not be, but whatever. I grab alts that I see start moving, because like Doge was a good play the last 2 days, but I'm also ready for it to go even lower and start ranging. That could happen. I do have some buys on the way down to these low levels, because I'll just take my chance that it won't go any lower. They're not all in. They're just some buys. I'd be getting Bitcoin at that sweet price. I think I'm happy taking risks in like the low. I have buys in at like 31,000, 30,500, 30,000. And if it starts dumping, I'll just start getting buys in even lower than that. I don't tend to like to try to guess the dip, but I'm happy buying at those levels. If it goes down again, even if it plummets past those, I'll be happy with that buy. If it starts cruising upwards, right around 40,000, and for me really to confirm is about 42,000 that the whales have let it go. If it does, that's my plan. I got plenty USDC ready to boom. I'll be back in. Have a plan, and you will do well. Doge versus USDT. It has been screaming the last couple of days. It broke the 200 moving average. It broke the 314 moving average, and then it came down. But it is ranging between the 200 and the 314. Indicators are not that bad after this retrace. So Doge is still a strong coin. I am basically scalping that sucker throughout the day. All right, Shiba Inu, everybody loves it. I love it. Who doesn't? It's a cute little coin. Anyway, it had a massive break above the 200 moving average in the 314 this morning, but it came down. It didn't stay pumping. But look at that. It's got a green candle right now in the 45-minute chart. I bet you it will start ranging between the 200 and 314. That is not a bad thing, especially with these indicators. They really don't look that bad. So that's what I'm watching also. XRP versus USDT. It's been challenging that 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, even worked above it recently, but it can't quite make it happen. But these indicators, in my opinion, do look like it's slowly working on making something happen. So I'm definitely watching it. Now, I think I'm going to look at one more thing. I have just a vision, a hope. This is my bucket list. I want that long swing. I want that long Ethereum versus BTC swing trade, but we're not there yet. But I'm telling you, I'm watching for it. Right now, these indicators show, well, it's turning up more than it's turning down. We've got some green candles right now. This is looking good, but we're still not really a strong chart, in my opinion. Let's look at the 30-minute chart. Still not strong there. How about a 15-minute chart? No, still not really strong there, but really I might put an alert in here for a 200 moving average cross on the 15-minute chart, and then I'll check out these indicators, and then I'll reevaluate it, because seriously, with a lot of the good news, good press right now for Ethereum, I tell you, an Ethereum BTC long swing trade, if Ethereum makes a pump, would just make me phenomenally happy. So I'm watching for that, and I'll start including that in the daily view, because, well, maybe we can all get in on it and come in for the big win. All right, this has been the BitcoinDailyView.com. No, this has been the Bitcoin Daily View. And I hope I wasn't too long. I'm trying to make these shorter. I know it's important to be brevity is the best information. And with that said, remember, and what is it? El Salvador, the president there is like kind of airdropping every resident $30 worth of Bitcoin. That's pretty darn cool. I like that. Anyway, with that said, remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you make a piece of shit, evil, reptilian, garbage, awful, bleh, banker, cry. And those tears are sweet. They're like manna from heaven. You're doing good for the world. Every Satoshi is like a prayer, and it is heard and answered.